Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Cabinet Vision Guy. In today's episode we're going to continue our series on rendering and look specifically at how we can add some user lights to an assembly and save that away into our catalogue. We're going to cover this over two episodes. In the first episode we're going to add the light to the assembly, give it a little bit of intelligence and save it away into our library. And in the second episode we're going to take a look at how we can add a little bit more intelligence to that and control multiple lights with some room level parameters. So I'm going to start off just by introducing user lights for anybody that doesn't know. So if I just head to plan view and I right click anywhere in my drawing, what I can do is choose to add a light, and then I get the option to add a new user light. So lights can be added to the room level but also assembly level. From room level I've got a few different options. I can introduce a spotlight, a bulb, a tube, an under cabinet or a soffit. I can also specify different properties for the light, things like the brightness obviously, the softness and the beam angle depending on the type of light we've got selected. I can also specify the colour of the light as well. I personally like to use a white light, it gives quite a nice effect. And we've also got the option show in render here, which is good if we want to be able to see it and move and manipulate the light. So what I'm going to do is head down to assembly level, and I'm going to go back to, I think I'll do this from face view, and I'm going to right click and choose to add a light. And for this one I'm going to choose a tube light, and I'm going to set it to a white light, and I'm going to set the brightness right down, and I'll leave the softness where it is, and I'm going to hit OK. And what that's going to do is it's going to add a light for me that I can literally just pick up and move around. But if I toggle my object tree here, I can also manipulate the size of that as well quite easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to specify I want this to be a slimmer light. So at the moment it's 50 and I'm going to change it to 5mm by 5mm. So I'm going to alter the DZ and the DX. And then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to add a little bit of intelligence to the length of the light and the position as well. So in here what I want to do is just make sure that the light is the same width as my assembly. So when I drag this in it's always going to be correct. So I'm going to make sure that this is an equation and it's just going to be parent dx. And I'm going to copy that. And then what I need to do is just make sure it's positioned in the center. And with lights, their datum is actually set in the center point. So what I can do is just alter the X position and enter an equation into here. And I'm just going to set the parent width divided by 2. And then what I can do is just go into end view and make sure that it's roughly just underneath my assembly. So I'm going to pick it up and just drop it over here. There we go. So from here what I can do is just hit return, and I can right click on my assembly and choose to save and save as. And then I'm going to put with lights. There we go. And then what I'm going to do from here, if I go back to objects, I'm just going to drag this in and position it on this wall here. And do the same on the left hand side as well. Now go to 3D view and go into my view, and what I'm going to do is just do a quick preview render to give us an idea of what that looks like. And you can see that we've got a nice lighting effect underneath the 3 assemblies here. And if we give this a proper render, I'll put on screen right now what it looks like. So in the next video what we're going to do is show that how we can control multiple assemblies with room level parameters. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you can give us a like, share and subscribe. We're also on Facebook, that's facebook.com/thecabinetvisionguy, and on Instagram.com as well, that's instagram.com/thecabinetvisionguy. Cheers!